These poems are dedicated to all those whose lives have been spent in bringing peace to this planet. Wherever you are, I bow my head. May peace be on this earth. We are all united with the thread of love. May each one of us realize the garland of life.
Bring the genie back into the bottle. To attempt to revert situation to how it formerly existed by containing, limiting, or repressing information, ideas, advancements, etc. that have become commonplace or public knowledge. Always used in the negative to denote the impossibility of such an attempt. Climate change comes to my mind. We have a serious problem here. Nobody can say they haven't noticed how the climate around the world is changing. Yet even 2 years ago, the president left the Paris Accords. We are back. Yet many nations around the world see that we are flip-flopping on the issue. We are serious, yet at the same time, not so serious. This is not the message we want to give to the world. Every single person on the planet will have to change their ways. We have to think outside of the box like never before. We can't just lip-sync our way out of this mess. Practical actions must be taken. The world must be united. We can't keep solving the branch we are sitting on. Yes, life must go on. Remember, this is the only earth we live on. If we don't do something very soon, future generations might not be around. If they are, our world could see drastic weather increase year by year. Just think, even a fraction of increasing temperature causes huge effects on the weather. Just a fraction. We don't know the true ramifications of our actions. We are seeing it each and every day. You are a piece of the puzzle. Learn to live in harmony with the earth. If we all did this, we can change this world. Surprise! The definition of surprise is as follows: an unexpected or astonishing event, fact or thing. Life is full of surprises. Life is not dull. We may become dull to life, yet life is never dull. We become dull and stuck in our ways. A wise man lives his life in a constant state of surprise. Each moment is a miracle that we are alive. Behind our breath lies the essence of all. One never gets tired of talking or hearing about it. Well, I can't say that with a straight face. Many of my friends probably roll their eyes and say, "There goes Richard again." Yet a wise man enjoys the mysteries and surprises of life. It is infinite. It boggles the mind. One can meditate for 1,000,000,000 years and still scratch the surface. We are on an infinite journey, yet we place so much focus externally. We come and go as the flicker of an eye in an eternity. Yet the illusion is we have all the time in the world. Family and friends are slowly disappearing into the night, never to come back again. Treasure your time with your loved ones. Don't carry the boulders of the past. They are just wearing you down and serve no purpose. Someday we will recognize that there is a thread of love tying us all together. That will be an incredible day. Clear mind. Your mind can be your worst enemy or your best friend. It's how you take care of it. You can meditate your entire life, yet if you don't wash your clothes of the mind, it will still stink. The clear mind is our natural state. We are in essence the Buddha mind, an empty mind. There are many different states of mind. The mind is like a tuning fork. Whatever it touches, it vibrates at that frequency. A wise man is in a constant state of washing the mind in clear light. You could call it brainwashing at its finest. The goal of human life is return to a clear mind. We are so focused externally that we have lost touch with the innocent mind. Children have incredible minds, yet over time they lose it. We tell children at a young age to stop dreaming and to stop imagining. Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination circles the world. The Buddha had a clear mind and a great imagination. This is our potential if we want to cultivate it. The garden exists inside of us. Only you can plant the seeds within. Currently, plenty of weeds exist. One must pull the weeds and till the soil. Daily, one must take care of the garden within. Chaos exists because we have neglected the garden within. When the world at large neglects the inner garden, how can we get along with each other? We think we are separate. This is a grand illusion. Life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. We never know what's around the corner. Life will throw us many curveballs. We may strike out, yet we will always get another opportunity to bat. Just think, in baseball, a person who gets on base 1 out of 3 times is considered a great player. Babe Ruth was considered one of the best in the game. His home run record was the best until Henry Aaron broke it. Did you know he also was a strikeout king? We all have our abilities and weaknesses. We can constantly learn and improve. Many people stop learning years before they die. They become old and rigid years before their deaths. Many people dread the great mysteries of life. I'll be content if everything stays the same. Mind you, my life is boring, and I want to keep it that way. Yet life is a mystery. It will always be. There are many levels in this grand mystery of life. We will never clap our hands and say, I know it all. Our universe is kids on the block. Imagine some universes that existed trillions of years ago. We have been around 14.5 billion years ago. Humans around 100,000 years, give or take. Our life is just a flicker in time. Yet we think at times we will never die. We live in such a grand illusion. Magic is all around, yet we find it more interesting to text on the freeway of life. Isn't that ironic? We are participating in a movie of life. The wise man turns his head around and sees the movie projector is sending light to the screen. He understands that the movie is a grand illusion. He simply smiles. He has nothing to say or prove. There is hope in your life. There is hope in your life. No matter how deep a hole you have dug yourself in, you can get yourself out of the hole. Nothing lasts forever. It's all water underneath the bridge. The river of life constantly flows. Hope is a thread that brings solace to the unknown. In this present moment lies hope. Hope is real. Hope is a state of mind. One who loves to meditate brings hope to the forefront in awareness. One who has hope cultivates gratitude. One who has gratitude is truly alive. Gratitude changes the heart to be even more open and loving. Scientists have been able to capture the electromagnetic field of the heart in gratitude. The mind and heart are in harmony. For many people in the world, the mind is dominant. When that occurs, chaos is all around. Need I say more? Look at the world around you. Yet this is not our natural state of being. Hope is all around us. We just need to open our eyes. One must slow down in life and be grateful. The outside world tends to take out hope in our lives. Many people live their lives in despair. This is not natural, yet at times it's the norm in society. All it takes is the will to change and try a different approach. Maybe we should just focus within for a change in awareness. If we start focusing on the internal to external, our focus would change. We live our lives focusing solely on the external world. Ponder this over. Refinement. The definition of refinement is as follows: the process of removing impurities or unwanted elements from a substance. This sounds like weeding the inner garden to me. First of all, we must realize that the inner garden even exists. Many people just live their lives for the weekends. I'll be so happy when Friday evening comes. I can party away. Note, there's nothing wrong with that. A celebration is always a good thing. Yet, if one is unhappy working Monday through Friday, one is missing out in life. We can be in a state of celebrating life in the midst of our work environment. Yet, our co-workers won't even know. Isn't it amazing one can have his feet on the ground and his head in heaven? The majority of people won't even have a clue. I often said that if Christ came back and didn't say a word, how many people would recognize him? We are so busy with our lives. We don't have time just to relax and ponder the magnificence of life. Refinement is the process to morph and grow into something sublime. It's like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. The cocoon is the transformation stage. Tilling the garden within is the cocoon stage for man. One can see the unity of life. One can see we are all interconnected. There is a thread of love tying us all together. The opposite of refinement is dullness or coarseness. The world at large is dull and coarse. For many in Congress, they know what the truth is, yet they prefer to spin truth into fiction and fiction into truth. They are the opposite of a guru. A guru takes one from darkness to light. A rugu takes one from light into darkness. Our democracy is at stake. There is a sword hanging above us. We must wake up before it's too late. Supreme kindness. The great mystics of the past have said, discover the supreme kindness inside of you. This is not a prank or fairy tale. It's as real as can be. This is your true nature. One may roll their eyes, yet it is the truth. The treasure chest lies within you. What is keeping you from opening the treasure chest at all times? The kindness you are looking for is right between your eyes. There's an infinite well within, brimming with the sweet nectar of kindness. It has always been there. We place such importance on the external world. We work ourselves to death trying to maintain our lifestyles. Each year it gets harder and harder to maintain. How long can this chaos go on? We are human beings, not human doers. Mind you, I said human beings. Most of humanity can't turn off the faucet of adrenaline. Billions are spent on sleep medications, which don't solve the problem. In fact, they make the problems go worse. Be kind to your body, mind, and soul. Be kind to your friends and family. Remember, This is your true nature. Isn't that wonderful? There are simply clouds covering the inner sun. Everyone can discover this in their lives. Nobody gets a free ride. Nobody can walk in your own shoes. You can solve this riddle. Watching water boil. The mind needs to be trained. Most people would get bored watching water boil. It would seem like forever. The untrained mind is a fickle thing. It can't hone in like radar and hold it. It's constantly chattering and moving from one object to another. Many people say, "Not my mind." Well, sit down and try to meditate and prove me wrong. The wise man says conquering the mind is the most difficult thing to do in the universe. One can live in the center of the hurricane. In the center is perfect calm. In that state, one can easily watch water boil. The mind is clear and at ease. Versus one lives in the hurricane state of the mind. We are like leaves blowing in the wind. Chaos is all around. If you don't believe that, look at the state of the world around us. I would not say that we are living in harmony with the earth and each other. Most importantly, we are not in harmony with our true nature. Disease is the norm. Disease is when the mind, body, and soul are not at ease. We have forgotten the basic laws of nature. During this pandemic, Mother Nature sent us to our rooms and told us to think about what we are doing. We got bored. The lesson never got learned. We are repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Common sense is uncommon. We need an attitude adjustment. The world at large needs to find the answer to this riddle. Blown away. I'm blown away. I took biology from Mr. Healy in high school. I really enjoyed the topic. Back then, we were in the dinosaur age of biology. So much has changed in 50 years. The findings of mystics and scientists are merging together. Hemal H. Patel and his research staff are doing incredible research on the biological and neurological effects of meditation. They are finding incredible results. This human body is magnificent. We are just at the cusp of discovering our true nature. The most incredible laboratory exists inside of you. To be honest, we live such boring lives. Mind you, they are incredible, yet we are just skimming the surface of human potential. We are on the verge of transforming our species. Granted, it will take time. Millions of people are waking up from their slumbers. In the past few months, my understanding of the mysteries of the human body has increased. We are energy by nature. Soon, energetic medicine will be at the forefront of health and wellness. Every drug we take can have serious side effects. Some say it can lead to death. We are playing Russian roulette. Modern day drugs mask the symptoms. They don't go to the root cause. If we as a society learn preventative medicine, our world would be in a better place. Common sense is uncommon. Many people don't want to take responsibility for their mind, body, and soul. The U.S. spends the highest on healthcare, but we are one of the sickest nations in the world. Ponder that over. Is your mind and body in harmony? February 13th, 2022. Science and meditation. As many of you know, my twin brother and I love to meditate. It's built into our genes. We also love to research many different things in life. 50 years ago, I dreamed of assisting in some way researching the bridge between meditation and science. Since then, thousands of research documents have come out. Recently, I saw a live feed with Joe Dispenza and the research scientists at the University of San Diego. Wow, I was blown away at the sophistication. We have come so far in just 50 years. Here's the link. I sent an email to the chief scientist explaining my background. This was about a month ago. I sent out the email, not expecting a response. Last Monday, I received an email from Himmel, and he wanted to do a Zoom interview with me and my brother. We had an amazing conversation. We are on the same wavelength. Anyway, Himmel said he would love to have my brother and I assist in helping in his research by finding different meditation groups that are out there. The first stage would be to gather people during COVID to give away saliva, urine, and other samples. A test kit would be mailed to each participant. Note, this is in the infinite stage, but we'll be wrapping up soon. I'm asking assistance for all my friends who meditate. We can slowly change this world one drop after another. 50 years ago, I was considered a commie because I meditated and did yoga. 50 years later, it's in the mainstream culture. Himmel told me it's very hard to find people to participate in research projects. I'm hoping that my friends will participate. This research will involve many different groups. We are all united through the thread of love. We must rejoice in the different diversities, at the same time realize the thread that is tying us all together. This link explains the latest findings. If you are interested, please message me or send me an email at richardpfletcher@gmail.com. We can slowly change the world. The more research is done on this and comes into the mainstream, the faster the world can change. Even if you don't meditate, you're welcome to participate. Your findings can be used as a benchmark.